I wasn't that smart growing up. I actually ran into my old math teacher. He taught me math in 5th grade. I recognized him immediately. I was like, Mr. Bailey, you taught me math in 5th grade. And he was like, wow, how long has it been? I was like, man, it's been forever. And he was like, no, Mark. You're 34. You took my class at 10 years old. How long has it been? Show your work. That's when you gotta get out of there, man. I went to public school growing up, and one time in elementary school, there was a kid who got in trouble for trying to trade a Pokemon card for his friend's dad's gun. I know, you gotta catch them all, right? There's no rules, so. But I was just thinking about that, and I was like, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in that situation. Watch that trade go down. Some kid's like, listen, Daniel, you give me that Charizard card, I'll give you my dad's 45, buddy, come on. And if you're ever in that situation, you always take the gun. Always take the gun. Then you got a gun, and you're like, oh, wow, this is cool. But I'm gonna need that card back. Depends on where I went to school, right? Private school, public school. That kid's going to normal college, man. I say normal college because I went to community college. Anybody do that? Okay, no one wants to. It's a one whistle. He's like, I'm not going to tell you who it is, but... I did that. Here's the reason. I don't like telling people that I went to community college. Specifically for the response I get, 100% of the time. 100% of the time, it's this, always. Someone would be like, hey, where'd you go to college? And I go, oh, I went to community college. And they go, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Weird, I didn't say there was. You did. Our mascot for community college was just a disappointed dad. Just no football team to cheer for, just so mad. I never took the SATs, that's why I'm up here right now. But I took a placement test. A placement test is where you take a bunch of generic questions and they just put you in classes they think you're a good fit for. So I took the placement test and I didn't have the names of the classes on my transcript. So the first day of classes, I walked in to the class and they're like, welcome. I was like, what class is this? They're like, oh, this is English 090. I was like, there's something lower than 101? That's how I figured out that class even existed. I didn't know that class existed. It was just for me and 3 full-grown men who don't speak English in that class. English 090 is basically Spanish 300. That is the same class. And then I went into my math class, and there's this Asian guy in there, and I was like, thought to myself, this has got to be the only Asian guy that's ever been to a community college. And then I found out he was 8 years old. I was like, all right, this makes sense now, I get it. I took easy classes to pass too, right? I took a class called Recent History. That was a real class. The instructor would just come in and be like, all right guys, tomorrow we're gonna learn about yesterday. And that was basically it. We learned about a protest that happening in recent history, and these people were getting mad because they had to change the mascot of one of the colleges. And one of the guys was upset. He's like, oh man, I don't know why they gotta change the mascot. He's like, make it a bear. He goes, make it a white bear. And I was like, dude, this 45-year-old guy doesn't know what a polar bear is? He called it a white bear? Does he just identify all animals just by their color? He's like, that's a red bird. I'm like, dude, that's a cardinal, okay? They have names. And he just gets confused. He's like, okay, well, what's up with this mixed donkey? It's like, that's a zebra. What are you doing? When I went to college, it was like a downtown sketchy area, and there's this homeless guy that was walking around one time, and he was like, hey, man, I'm down on my luck. If you can give me like $1, $5, $10, $50, that'd be cool. I swear he asked me for $50 one time. What he doesn't understand is, like, I'm in college. It's like, I don't have that much money. If I give him $50, we're just gonna trade places. That's all that's gonna happen. I'm gonna give him that money. He's gonna give me that cardboard sign. And I'm gonna be like, good luck out there, brother.